Picture this: a night as dark as coal, the only light coming from the dim headlights of your vehicle. The road is empty, the only sound is the hum of your engine, and the occasional hoot of an owl. You're alone, cocooned in the solitude of your car, driving through the desolate landscape. But what if I told you, you're not as alone as you think? Welcome, dear listeners, to a journey through the night, a journey that may not be as tranquil as it seems. As we traverse the inky blackness, we'll uncover tales of fright and terror, tales of real horror incidents caught on camera while driving at night. Each story is unique, each experience bone-chilling. Some of these incidents will make your heart skip a beat, and some will make your blood run cold. These are not just stories, they are real incidents, captured by the unblinking eye of the dash cam, a silent observer in the face of the unknown. The night, as they say, is full of terrors. One moment, it's a peaceful drive under the starlit sky, the next, it transforms into an eerie stage for the unknown. It's in these moments that the night reveals its true self, a realm of shadows, where the line between the natural and the supernatural blurs. As you drive along the winding roads, through the thick forests or across the lonely stretches of desert, the unseen and the unexpected lurk around every corner. A spectral figure on the roadside, a phantom hitchhiker that disappears into thin air, or a ghostly child running across the road, the night holds many horrors. So, buckle up, keep your eyes on the road and your hands firmly on the wheel. Because in the darkness, things are not always as they seem. And as we journey into the darkness, remember, every turn holds a new surprise. Our first tale takes us to a lonely highway, a single car making its way in the dead of night. The driver, we'll call him John, was an ordinary man on an ordinary journey. But, as we all know, sometimes the most ordinary circumstances can lead to the most extraordinary encounters. John was cruising along, enjoying the solitude and the hum of the engine. The night was dark, the stars were hidden behind thick clouds, and the only light was the dull glow of the car's headlights against the asphalt. As he glanced at his rearview mirror, a figure appeared, illuminated by the car's tail lights. A figure that was not there a moment ago. A figure that seemed to have materialized out of thin air. It was a man, or so it appeared, standing by the side of the road, thumb outstretched in the universal sign of a hitchhiker. But when John turned his head to get a better look, there was no one there. The road behind him was as vacant as it had been a moment ago. Puzzled, he looked back at the mirror and there it was again, the figure standing by the side of the road, thumb outstretched, waiting for a ride. Now, John was no coward. But the sight of the phantom hitchhiker in his rearview mirror made his heart pound against his ribs. He didn't stop. He didn't even slow down. He kept his eyes on the road ahead. The image of the phantom hitchhiker burned into his mind. Later, when he reviewed the footage from his dashboard camera, there it was, the phantom hitchhiker clear as day, standing by the side of the road. But when the camera panned as John turned his head, the figure was gone. It was a chilling sight, a real phantom caught on camera. And so John continued his journey, but the road that lay ahead, once a path of solitude and peace, now seemed much more ominous. The phantom hitchhiker had left an indelible mark on his memory, and the road ahead seemed much more ominous after this phantom encounter. Next, we traverse an abandoned country road where a driver had a chilling encounter of an otherworldly kind. Our tale begins on a desolate stretch of road where the only companions are the echoing silence and the flickering stars above. This is where our driver, a man of reason with a firm disbelief in the supernatural, found himself one fateful night. As the miles stretched on, the road ahead was suddenly illuminated by the high beams of his car, revealing a small figure standing in the middle of the road. It was a child, or so it seemed, a tiny silhouette in the center of the asphalt, unmoving and silent. The driver, taken aback, slowed down, not wanting to cause harm. But as the vehicle approached the figure, something inexplicable happened. The childlike figure standing so still a moment ago vanished, yes, vanished, as if swallowed by the night. The driver, shocked, slammed on the brakes, his heart pounding in his chest. He quickly scanned the surrounding area, the harsh beams of his headlights cutting through the darkness. But the road was empty. No trace of the childlike figure remained. The footage caught on his dashcam, a cold, objective observer of the night's events, confirmed his experience. One moment, the child was there, a definite presence in the headlights' glow. And the next, nothing but the desolate road lay ahead. Try as he might to rationalize, to find a logical explanation, the driver couldn't shake off the chill that had crawled up his spine. He was left with a deep sense of unease, his skepticism challenged by the inexplicable incident. The ghostly child, whether a trick of the light or a genuine apparition, had left an indelible mark on his psyche. The rest of the journey was filled with an eerie silence and a feeling of unease that lingered. This was a trip that our driver would not forget anytime soon, a stark reminder that sometimes, the things that go bump in the night may not be just figments of our imagination after all. Our final journey takes us through a dense forest, where an unexpected visitor was caught on camera. As the night crept in, wrapping its dark shroud around the world, a driver found himself navigating the winding roads that cut through the heart of an eerie, dense forest. The only illumination came from the car's headlights, casting long, dancing shadows that stretched out like spectral fingers across the road. In the midst of this foreboding landscape, the driver's attention was caught by something unusual. A dark figure, seemingly formless and cloaked in shadows, darted through the trees. It appeared momentarily in the harsh glare of the headlights, a fleeting impression of something that was both there and not there, before it disappeared into the thick curtain of darkness. This was no ordinary traveler. It moved with an eerie grace, a fluidity that seemed almost impossible. Its presence was so fleeting, so ephemeral, that the driver could have easily dismissed it as a trick of light or the product of an overactive imagination, but the camera, the impartial observer, had caught it. The footage, later reviewed in the safety of daylight, confirmed the driver's worst fears. A shadowy figure, indistinct and yet undeniably present, weaving through the trees, was caught on camera. It was not a figment of imagination, but a tangible entity that had shared that lonely road with the driver. The driver, already on edge, felt a chill run down his spine. The forest, once a sanctuary of natural beauty, now seemed threatening, its shadows filled with unseen dangers. His heart pounded in his chest like a drum, each beat echoing his mounting fear. He gripped the steering wheel tighter, his knuckles turning white. The dark figure had vanished as quickly as it had appeared, leaving behind a palpable sense of dread. Though the encounter was brief, it was enough to leave a lasting impression. The forest, once familiar, now seemed alien and hostile. With a pounding heart, the driver continued on, the forest seeming more menacing than before. As we leave the cover of darkness, we carry with us these chilling tales. Tales that remind us of the unpredictability of the night and the mysteries it holds. Each incident we've discussed today, from the phantom hitchhiker to the ghostly child, and finally the shadowy figure, all share a common thread. They were unexpected encounters in the shroud of the night. The first lesson we learn from these stories is that the night, with its cloak of darkness, can transform the mundane into the extraordinary, the familiar into the strange. It's a reminder that, as we navigate through life, we must be prepared for the unexpected. Not everything that happens can be predicted or controlled, and that's okay. It's part of the human experience. Then there's the power of fear. Fear, an inherent human emotion, has a way of distorting our reality, of making us see things that may not be there. It's the fear of the unknown, the unseen, that often leads us to believe in the supernatural, in ghosts and phantoms. It's a testament to the power of the human mind, and its ability to interpret and make sense of the world around us, even when it's shrouded in darkness. Finally, these incidents teach us a valuable lesson about our perception and the role it plays in our lives. Our perception, influenced by our fears and beliefs, shapes our reality. It's what makes us see a shadowy figure in the darkness, a ghostly child by the roadside, or a phantom hitchhiker. It's why some of us see these incidents as mere coincidences or tricks of the light, while others see them as proof of the supernatural. In conclusion, the night is full of mysteries, and it's up to us to interpret them in our own unique ways. Whether you believe in the supernatural or not, there's no denying the power of the mind and the influence of our perceptions. Remember, when you venture into the night, you never know what you might find. Until next time, drive safely and keep your camera ready. As we prepare to wrap up our eerie journey tonight, we have a bonus tale for you. A chilling account of an unseen passenger. Our protagonist, a lone driver, cruising through a desolate highway late into the night. Suddenly, he feels an unexplained chill creeping up his spine, a sense of being watched. He glances into the rearview mirror, expecting to see an empty back seat. However, the camera mounted on his dashboard tells a different story. A shadowy silhouette, barely discernible, seems to occupy the back seat. A cold shiver runs down his spine as he realizes he's not alone. He pulls over, heart pounding, and checks the back seat. Empty. no trace of any passenger, seen or unseen. However, as he places his hand on the seat, he feels a distinct cold spot. A chill runs through him, a physical imprint left by the unseen passenger. A chilling reminder that the night holds many secrets, some of which are better left undiscovered. Our driver, shaken but undeterred, continues his journey, forever marked by his encounter with the unseen passenger. As we end this tale, remember, the next time you're alone on the road at night, you might not be as alone as you think. Until our next journey into the unknown, drive safely, keep your cameras ready and stay curious.